It's about to be a Christmas to remember. Power 95 with the spirit of December. Gather around with your friends and family. Make memories with music that we fill the air with, bring you cheer with. Spread love through the atmosphere with, whether at home or across the sea. Power 95, yeah, we spreading the glee.
So this holiday we're sending our love with candy canes and mistletoes and turtle doves. With Power 95 on the dial, it's a Christmas to remember.
Power 95, the spirit of the season. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited and Beacon Insurance.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover and special perils. To sign up, call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and problems, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to our friends out there in the U.S. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope all is well. Everybody's doing okay. I'm just looking at some of the parades and the different Thanksgiving parades in the different states. They really go all out. Just saw one pass with a whole turkey on the back of that float. They really do go all out. Anyways, good morning, everybody. No, I'm not. I'm just here doing my due. Good morning, Delroy. Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning, Shante. Good morning, Val. Rita, good morning. Della Fletcher, good morning. Ardon Kujo, good morning. Listen, this isn't working. I need to put on my glasses. I've been trying, but it's not working. Much better. Morning, Jackie Chaiton. Good morning, Ingrid. Good morning. Good morning. Tomorrow's your birthday, Jackie Chaiton. Well, I hope you have a fabulous birthday. Hope you enjoy your celebration. Yeah, Sagittarians be acting as though God personally sent y'all. You be getting on my nerves too, like the Scorpios and Leos. You be acting like you're God's gift. He sent y'all on this earth. Anywho's. Morning, Val. Good morning, Gwendolyn. Queen B, good morning. JJ, good morning. Nikisha Allen, good morning. Lisa, how's the Thanksgiving going? I know a lot of folks sometimes travel, to meet up with their family and loved ones to enjoy the day. So some of you, if you've done that, hope you're enjoying. Hannah Plenty, good morning. Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. Morning, Kizzy. You recover? Wow. Thought it was gonna be for the entire week. That's early. It's not like you. Normally this lasts into what? The end of the month. Oh wow. Anyways, Christine, Joseph, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys out there once again. Old age. No, for real. You can't keep up like how you used to before? Oh wow. Well, you know what? I'm happy you enjoy. Sagis are the best. Some of y'all. There's early Sagi and late Sagi. Some of y'all. Not all. Morning, Dubisat. Good morning. Say some. That is my next. So yesterday, well, last evening, I put up a post and listen. Good morning, Jennifer Duncan. How are you? How's Boston? Happy Thanksgiving. And everybody else out there that's plugged into Power 95, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have an amazing day eating, drinking, and, doing all that good stuff. Hey, Sonia. Good morning, Sonia. How are you doing? Shout out my friends in Canada. Hi, sweetie. Welcome to the show. Yeah, so yesterday I put up, and here comes the Sagittarians. Oh, my gosh. Whew. Good morning, Cassandra. Blossom. Like, really? So, yeah. Yesterday, I put up... Hey, Papa. Christopher, you doing thing? You're really leaving us out. So yeah, yesterday I put up a post about if Judas so y'all need to go on my page. It's not private, so you can see it. So yesterday I put up a post asking if assuming the 12 disciples were from Grenada, which parish y'all think Judas from? And safe to say, I think y'all seriously need to go back to geography class or history class or something. Because it clearly stated which parish, assuming the 12 disciples were from Grenada, which parish y'all think Judas from. And when I tell you, 300 plus comments. And if I got 15 parishes, I got a lot. 15. Everybody was giving me villages. I didn't tell y'all, we said Judas. I never said which parish your ex-man was from. Because I know the majority of the responses, you all were alluding to your exes. But it's safe to say that the parish of Guam, the parish of Guam, I said parish and they were giving me villages within. So Guam definitely, based on the amount of times I saw Guam on the under the post, I think it's safe to say Guam definitely tops the list. So y'all just be looking for a way to drag y'all exes, right? Almost all of the responses had something to do with where your ex, whether it's man or woman, where they were from. I saw some St. George, I saw Concord, I saw St. David. St. David is not far behind from Guav. St. David is giving Guav a run for its money. So all that man in St. David, it seems as though y'all have a problem up there. So Guav, St. David seem to top the list. So they say you have a lot of Judas in those places. When they say George Northwest, y'all need to go read those comments. I was rolling when I tell you, laughing and tears coming out of my eyes. Y'all are some funny people. I swear. Anyways, today I think I'm gonna do the horoscope. I'm gonna do a horoscope. Which sign is the worst to date? The male or female? Which one? Hey Camellia, good morning. You know, Chanel listen, Chanel had me crying. Chanel gave one from the let me see if I find it before I move on to today's situation. Listen, that one had me rolling. Yes, he said Judas was born in St. Patrick, went to school in St. David, works part-time in St. John, full-time in St. Mark, and joggers living in St. Andrew, where one lady one live in, and St. George, where lady two live in. He's from a parish of Post Royal. He live in a little house that there for himself in the corner. Yo, that one had me dying, I swear. Listen, y'all are funny. This one thing we are known for is having a sense of humor. And trust me, these days, the way things are, I look for things on the internet that can make people laugh. Either laugh or inspire you. I ain't got time for the back and forth and the drama. Anything that can make somebody laugh, you can find humor in it or you can be inspired by it, I'm going to share it. So we're going to talk about the horoscopes, the sign. Which sign is the worst sign to date? That's later on. All right, so look out for that one. Anyways, we have another situation on our hands to deal with. Hold on. I think I missed a couple people. Oh, I forgot the YouTube people. Good morning to the folks on YouTube. And of course, those of you listening on radio or online. Morning, Carrie. I know some of you probably busy and in your kitchen and prepping and get your dinner ready, your Thanksgiving dinner ready. So you're probably just listening and wouldn't be able to participate much, but we got you. Samuel, you know what? Whatever what you on this red mud. I don't know nobody. Kizzy, that's what Sam always says I'm from. He always says I'm from Red Mud. I don't know why he keeps saying that or where he got that from. Jackie's a Scorpio, Sam. Jackie birthday was just the other day. Jackie's a Scorpio. So which sign is the worst sign to date? Male or female? What's the absolute worst sign to date? That's what I want to know later on. So, the situation at hand this morning is this lady says she's 31 years old and living with her boyfriend. They have 2 children together. She says he supports me well. There is nothing that I want that this man doesn't give to me, but he's very clingy and jealous. If we attend any functions together and I meet my old friends and they hug me, he'll talk about it for days. Well, yesterday was one kind of puff. Anyways, whenever I explained to him that they were my schoolmates, he would say that these guys should know that they shouldn't hug me like that. We had a little gathering at the house. I had on a pants, and he called me in the room and told me that I should change the pants immediately because I was looking too sexy and that my brother-in-law was always looking at me. I told him that I would not change into something else, and he promised to slap me up when everybody was gone. So for peace sake, I changed into a dress. How can I deal with his jealousy? You have bigger problems than his jealousy to deal with. Because you're concerned more about his jealousy and you ain't considering that at 31 years old, a grown woman, here is a man promising to slap you up if you and change your clothes. That to me should be what the question at this point in time should be. Not about his jealousy. You have a whole man threatening to slap you up so much that you had to change for peace sake. So that means in my hand, immediately the red flags and my spidey senses started going off. Means that he has probably done so before, laid hands on you before, so you know that it's not an empty threat. And that's the reason you change quickly into a dress to avoid getting the slap up. In 2023, man come in and tell me, in my old age, change your clothes, otherwise I'll slap you up. Like what? So he just accepting anything because he supports you well and there isn't anything that you want. That's why I keep telling y'all. Independence, we talk about it, but some of us don't live it. We're dependent on somebody else. Because if you're taking care of yourself, no threat or nobody, because somebody takes care of you well, you would not settle for being disrespected and being abused. So your concern is how to deal with his jealousy and not so much how to deal with a man threatening to slap up a 31-year-old. What? Hello? Today is November 23rd. Eh? We're about to end 2023, and I think a lot of us need to have some serious conversations with ourselves before we get into 2024. A little jealousy, I have no problem with a little jealousy, but it can be over the top. Everybody loves to know that, hey, your partner feels, a twinge of jealousy, somebody, coming on to you too strongly. Everybody, you get a nice little warm feeling, but it cannot be the kind of jealousy that has no bounds and will get you to fly into a rage and threatening to slap up and do all those things. Jealousy can be very destructive. And while we might say, jealousy is natural for one to feel jealous from time to time, and sometimes we justify jealousy that this man loves you, and he might defend his behavior by saying that he's trying to protect the relationship that the both of you have together. Well, perhaps your brother-in-law was constantly staring at you. Your boyfriend may have observed that and could not deal with it, so he asked you to change what you were wearing. But I still think that he feels insecure. He could have allowed you to wear your outfit that you had on. You were not going anywhere. After the gathering, the folks would have gone, both of you and your children would have been left together. This man has to learn to control his jealousy. If he suspects that you are seeing somebody else, one can say that his reason for being jealous is justifiable. Even at the function held at your house, were you flirting with your brother-in-law or other males at the function? Giving him reasons to feel. Jealous men like to search. They'll search your phone, they'll search your bag. Some will even go to the extreme of searching their women's body. I've heard of women saying that when they come home, their man will pat them down and inspect and smell them and do all sorts of things. If they go out, especially if they go out at night, when they come home, they're subjected to a search and sniff. Like, what? That is not healthy. And while you're enjoying a good relationship where you're being taken care of, and I'm sure you don't want it to come to an end, the both of you need to seriously have a conversation or make an appointment to see a counselor or therapist to get him to rein in his jealousy, especially the threatening part of it. It wasn't a case of, babes, I find that pants too short, boy, and a man thing, change it now. But not under duress, not under being threatened. Then to be like, nah, I'm okay with it, I'm comfortable, all right, and let it slide. But jealousy to the point where you're threatening the lady, and according to her, she changed for peace sake. That ain't no peace. Because I'm sure when they leave, it's going to be something else. And another time, it's going to be something else. So you're always going to have to be doing things to keep the peace. So what about your peace? What about your happiness? What about what you like? I'm not saying that your partner can say to you, hey, if you're going on, I didn't think that's suitable. Of course, there's been times I've been told, and I'm like, all right. But it was a choice that I had. It wasn't like dictated. It's not a dictatorship. It's a relationship. You still had the choice to change or to keep it on, and no biggie. Either way, if you just happen, especially if they invite you out and you're going among their friends or whatever, I'm like, tone it down a little bit. I find that. But it's still left up to you. You're not given no change it or else. Queen Bee, I'm telling you, there are men who do that. Search and sniff. I've heard of those things. Samuel, he asked before and she refused. I don't condone the violence, though he knows. Yes, Samuel, but this is a grown woman, not a child. Even if he asked and she refused, then that's what it is. You shouldn't have to resort to threatening your woman to do something. And because he asked doesn't mean she have to abide or have to do what he asked. This is a grown woman and a grown man. Your child, on the other hand, when you ask them to do something, they have to do what you say. There is a difference between dealing with a child and a grown woman or a grown man. And I think sometimes we get our wires twisted the way we want to deal with our partners as if they were our personal property or if they were our child or children, go and change your clothes. It is up to her. And if she agrees to do it, even better. But if for whatever reason she's comfortable with what she has on, what is the problem? So because somebody asked, you asking doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get your wish granted or I'm going to do as you say. Maybe out of respect or because I want to. All of those things can be considered, but it should not be a case of you. That is control. Somebody said, "Didi attitude you have there." That is control, Samuel. That is control. Nobody's each other's property. You're not supposed to control your partner. You have a wish, you have a preference, you state your preference. I don't like what you're wearing, change into something else. Again, it has to do with your tone. It cannot be a demand. You're asking. The choice is up to her to change or not to change. If it's something that you're not comfortable with, they're not married. If it's something that's a problem to you and you can't deal with it, it's an ongoing problem every time you have a problem with the way the person dressed, then you know what to do. But it should be left up to her. It's not working? Call again. Let me see. I think it's on now. All right. Morning.
Morning. Let me call before we wires get crossed. No, you've seen videos, I'm sure, on Facebook with women dressing skimpily or in a particular manner in front of men's friends and whatnot, and you could see how men respond to it. This is not something new. Like I said, I don't condone the violence. That is number one. But I am sure, based on the feedback he's seen from around the room and things, she might say it's a tight pants. But sometimes everything's showing, and the man find all that kind of disrespectful. And while women, you see, women always say, "Oh, we're big women, X, Y, Z." But yet, for all, you want to have your own way in a relationship. But a man's view should not be respected. I ain't saying he should tell you what to do all the time or at any time. However, if somebody's feeling uncomfortable with the way you dress, I think you should consider that. Because like a man too, when he say when the summer come on, we put on we gray sweat. Or they don't want us outside with we gray sweat.
Listen, not wanting something is not the same as telling you what to do. You could express yourself and you have...
He asked first.
Hear the man
I would have
say.
sent everybody home.
Listen, he didn't ask her. She said, my boyfriend called me in the room and told me that I should change the pants immediately. He didn't ask.
Listen, yes, I understand that, right? But understand his intention as well. It's not to say, even if he asked nicely, you think she would have said yes?
Of course.
I doubt.
Of course.
I doubt.
Sometimes I find y'all act as though women sometimes, like women, we are like, we like rough up and we like roughness. No, you don't catch a fly with no vinegar. You put molasses. The sweeter you are, the better it works for you. You don't realize when somebody they push back.
She would prefer to dress that way in front of other people, right?
But to begin with, let's
not understanding why he said it.
No, but let's put things in perspective. To begin with, we don't know what the pants look like. And to him, especially if it's a full-figured woman, doesn't matter what you put on, your body would show. Unless you put on a big sack or a big nothing with shape over you, throw a big bag over you or something, or just a piece of towel, a sheet over you. If you're a full-figured woman, it's gonna show. But when she said pants, we don't know if it's a long pants, short pants, tight pants, whatever. Or what she looks like, what her figures look like. But based on what she's saying, it seems as though it's something he always has a problem with, regardless of what she wears. Because before that, she said if they attend any function together, and something so simple as old friends hugging her, he has a problem with it. So that goes on to tell me that even if he...
Yeah, some men are just very disrespectful and like to undermine people.
So you need to talk to your friend and them about that.
You see how the men operate, and like women, They so like their attention that they're oblivious to what men doing. And you could see them men trying to undermine you. And you can't say nothing because you don't want to appear to be jealous. And if a man only expresses himself and say, hey, I find how the men move with it as if something looking wrong with that. The men want to hug from front, hold on tight, and this kind of thing. And some men do it on purpose. And women not seeing it. So I find what is a good way for a man to communicate these things without offending a woman, because there's no right way. There's no way for a man really to communicate with a woman these things.
There is
and
a
they don't
right
get
way.
offended in it.
Not the way he did it, by telling her to change it, or else he's going to do whatever
I'm
to her.
just saying that even when you do it the right way, it yields the same result. Because they're going to say, oh, the man didn't mean nothing, that just my friend and whatnot. And it seems over. Maybe the man get fed up. Maybe that was the last straw. Like I said, I'm not condoning how he said it and what he did and the threat to him. I'm against violence against women and against men. But I'm just saying, it sounds as if the man was frustrated and it's something that she's doing and she's not paying mind to what he's saying.
Sounds as if she's frustrated. Sounds as though that's how the man is all the time.
Well, she gotta know
Every
who
day.
She did it too.
Every day. Yeah, she say he's
I
clingy.
find she likes to keep the man on
Yeah, the
edge.
lady says she's very
She know
clingy
kind of man
and
she like
jealous.
she like the drama. She want the attention and she like the drama. She had this man on edge all the time and stirring up emotions. I think, and some people feel that if you don't have a drama in a relationship with these kind of things, maybe that's why she ain't leaving to you. She just like that kind of drama and attention. And like man want to fight over and things. They have women like that right in Grenada too. You always have to be on your toes. But that's all I have to say this morning.
Have a wonderful day. This man there's threatened violence if you didn't do as he says. That's a no for me. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care if it's for 2 days, 20 years, 0 kids, 20 kids, no tolerance for violence or threats of violence. And that to me says it all about this individual. That you would have to threaten your woman to do something you want her to do. No bueno. No bueno. There's no excuse for that at all. I respect you, but absolutely nobody. Nobody likes ultimatums. Furthermore, if anybody's mad, then she probably should get the booby prize for tolerating it from the get-go. Because apparently she was willing to settle for the trade-off, in which she herself has stated, he supports me well. There's nothing that I want that this man doesn't give to me. But oh, I should mention that he's very clingy and jealous. This man is insecure with himself and likely have some unresolved trust issues lurking around somewhere that he has not dealt with appropriately. He has some trust issues that he has not dealt with appropriately, or else is guilty of some of these shenanigans himself. Because a lot of times when they're doing that, they'll be doing the most. If she's never given him cause to believe that she'd turn a corner on him, what's this jealousy about? Men are gonna look at you sometimes. If you have an attractive woman, a beautiful woman, men are going to look at her. What are you gonna do? Keep her inside? Don't go outside? You can control how somebody looks at you. Men are gonna look. If she's something pleasing to look at, they're gonna look. So she's not like necessarily going out of her way to do it, but it happens. What is she supposed to do? What do you call the thing? A burqa? What do you call those things that you cover from head to foot? I mean, it is not flattering in the least bit to know that either a man or woman is that jealous of their partner. And it's also nothing to dismiss or take lightly. When any man, especially a partner who you're in a relationship with, threatens you with physical violence, regardless of the reason, point blank, period. How many times we've heard about a man who've done something like that to his partner, marital or otherwise, because of some, friggery or some other nonsense that he believes she's guilty of. And we hear the outcome later on. A likely recipe for disaster sooner or later. And this needs to be nipped in the bud. There's no excuses of, how we tell her, how we didn't tell her. At the end of the day, we're all grown, we're all adults. And like I said, I'm not no way dismissing that, okay, your partner has a problem with something that you wouldn't work on it. But you don't make demands or ultimatums. Listen, I don't like how you dress. I don't like how this looks. Respectfully. It's still up to you to comply or not. But it shouldn't be something that's been held over your head. It's still up to you. But you just respect your partner, so you accede to such out of respect. But it should not be out of fear or to keep peace. It should be out of respect, that you see where they're coming from, you understand their point of view, time and place, and you work to suit. You cannot overlook the fact that he threatened to slap you up. Physical violence in any form should never be tolerated. It shouldn't matter whether you have kids together, have been together for a while. He simply should not be violent towards you. And that is not something to look at lightly or to excuse. Because if he's doing all of that, good man to you, taking care of all your needs, I highly doubt that you're interested in your brother-in-law, your former schoolmates for that matter. So it clearly shows and it paints a picture that your boyfriend is just an insecure person who feels threatened by everyone around. One cannot live their life that way. It just cannot. Speaking of which, let me shout out the guys at Sandra's Roti on the port. I ain't coming back today, but y'all could call and voice your thoughts, right? and not have your own discussion in the shop. Anyway, shout out to the guys. Pick up yourselves. I just really want to emphasize that there's no excuse. A clingy, jealous, insecure man or woman for that matter is dangerous. You don't know what trigger will set them off. And as a result, the person on the receiving end is likely always tiptoeing around, not doing this, not doing that, so as not to cause any fireworks. If that's a life you want to settle for, better you than me. And to boot, seemingly this man has not even bothered to honor you by asking for your hand in marriage. 31 years and how many children? 3. So there are other things that you need to be working on apart from working on his jealousy before it gets out of control. That's what you need to work on. From the moment he threatened to slap you, that's when you should have been planning your exit. Because if that slap has not materialized as yet, it will materialize at some point. And that is slapping you around is not already taking place in your relationship, because the speed you change it with after you were threatened with a slap means you know he's going to drop that slap on you or a couple slaps on you. Because when he first told you to change, you said no. Right? When he called you in the room and told you that you should change the pants immediately because you were looking too sexy and that my brother-in-law always looking at you, I told him that I would not change into something else, and he promised to slap me up when everybody was gone. So you know homeboy has a tendency of slapping you up, and you didn't want to be slapped up that day. That's why you changed so quickly. Because if it was something he just said for the first time and you wouldn't even bother. If you felt so strongly about not changing and keeping on your pants, you'd have kept on your pants and stuck to your guns. I'm not changing, and whatever the case might be, I'm comfortable. It's okay. But the speed with which you changed means homeboy hands could get a little fast. Hey, Jackie, you wake up? Miss Ain't send you and drink no JW? I wouldn't know how it's burning your chest because I don't drink alcohol, so I would not know. Hey. I didn't realize you reached in the room. I was going on and on. Does that mean I'm dead again today? Whole day? Yes, Papa. You're big enough. Yeah. So that's why That's why Jesus Christ is my only lover. Pure, unconditional love. No headache, no stress, just blessings. Mel. Morning, Mel. What up, bro? Shout out to my bro and his wife. Anasha, good morning. Yep. Violence in a relationship is a big no-no. If you know what you have, you shouldn't be worried about or scared about somebody else showing interest. As a matter of fact, you should feel good that somebody else finds your lady attractive. And you should have trust and belief in your relationship that she will not step out or disrespect you in any way. And if you don't feel like that, then y'all need to not be together. If you feel that your lady would step out on you and, or cheat on you or whatever the case might be. But I maintain that that's not something that you should condone. Jealousy kills. The threat of violence, that he's gonna beat you up, is something you need to take into consideration. I believe there can be a livable middle ground here, but violence or the threat of it cannot be part of it. From what was stated, y'all need to have the conversation. No man or no woman has the right to threaten anyone. And it's strongly, you didn't say it, but I strongly feel like he has put his hands on you before. You also did not say if you're working or you depend on him or you're a stay-at-home mom. But if you are employed, you better start putting your money together in case you need to make an exit. You understand? There were the days when women were dependents. That's in the past. Stay at home and depending. You need to have your little you need to have your business for yourself. Because when you're in that position, that's when you get taken advantage of. And people feel, okay, I'm minding you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, roof over your head, bills paid. So I totally own you. I'm in control here. Anything I say, whatever I say goes. What I say do, you have to do it. No questions asked. Gotta stop putting ourselves in situations like that. Nasha, good morning. Morning, Nashi. Jacqueline, have a great morning, all right? Have a wonderful day, Jackie. Do not consume any more alcoholic beverages. Go easy, drink plenty water. Okay? Anyways, I think it's time for me to go. Yeah, guys, you have to start thinking about the time. Remember, we're an hour ahead. Set your clocks. Put a note or something on your phone. A notification or a reminder. We're an hour ahead because you're going to miss out. Alrighty? So, Jackie says, when I was 23 years old, my son's father slapped me because he was jealous. That was the first and last time that he did that because I left him. We just play with yourself. We seriously play with our lives. Because the first time it happens once, bet your bottom dollar it's gonna happen again. And you might excuse it the first time, but you don't know what you're setting yourself up for in the long run. These aren't things to excuse. Anyways, guys, have a great rest of Thursday. Shout out again to all those in the US. Happy Thanksgiving. Mel, you're probably cooking up a tomboy. Send me a picture of your table when you're done. Could imagine. Anyways, guys, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your day, and of course, stay powered up. Thank you so much to our friends at Beacon Insurance and Western Union for making today's program possible. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time. Not tomorrow, on Monday. Wow, today, last one for the week. So tomorrow, same time, same place. All right? Have a good one.